Well, nobody can accuse Hyundai of making boring cars anymore because we're driving the 2012 Veloster, and I can tell you there's nothing boring looking about it. It is an exciting vehicle with a kind of a clever design where it's a coupe on one side, but on the other side they fit in a second row little door with a little hidden handle. You barely know it's there, but it really, of course, eases entry into the back seats, where you'll actually find pretty good leg room, even for 6-footers, but headroom, of course, gets tight back there. But we're liking a lot about it. Since we first saw the concepts of the Veloster and where they were headed with the vehicle, we knew we were liking the design and the boundaries that Hyundai was pushing. So now that we've driven it, there's a few things we like and a few things they need to work on. We do like the cabin. The seats are superb, sport seats. The center console is both design-wise a winner and also ergonomically very easy to use. Simple buttons for the stereo, nice little cluster for climate controls. Really simple there. Nice straightforward gauges, tell you everything you need at a glance. We do like the finish and the color that Hyundai uses in the Veloster here. We've got some red on the doors as well as the seats, and this panoramic roof. Several other features are included. This model that we're driving is loaded up at about just under 22, which is a real value. We've got a navigation system in here and a dimension upgraded stereo system that really kicks. But when it comes to dynamics, Hyundai is still developing. They're still a young company, and they've got some work to do. This is, of course, a front-wheel drive vehicle with a 1.6-liter 4-cylinder, which is all fine and dandy. It makes 138 horsepower, which isn't bad because they keep the weight low, commendably low, actually. But there's not a lot of torque with this engine. Naturally aspirated, it's 123 pound-feet of torque, and it comes at about 5,000 RPM, and then the power drops off. So you have to wind it out to move along nicely, but there's not a lot of power even when you do get up in the upper RPM ranges. We do have the 6-speed manual here, which is actually, of course, our preferred transmission over any sort of automatic, but it's a little rubbery, quite vague and isolated. It's not a real mechanical joy to use like the great transmissions can be. So they could do a little tweaking there and improve shift feel. But other than that, it gets along nicely. Pretty good, strong brakes. I guess our biggest dynamic pet peeve comes with the suspension, which absolutely cracks over every sharp impact. And we're talking frost heaves, which we have a lot of here in Michigan, and otherwise broken concrete, freeways, that kind of thing. It just doesn't take the edge off at all. It is a very sharp impact that comes right through the front of the car, and with a nice crack, and it's annoying. We'd take it if we had a trade-off of great handling. Unfortunately, they haven't quite dialed in the handling, so we can't really even put up with the harsh ride quality. The electric power steering is nothing to write home about. It actually it never weights up in the corners like a good steering rack should, so you're never quite sure how hard you're pushing the car. And there's a few things that they can dial in pretty easily there. The power problem, actually, thankfully, is going to be solved later this year when the Veloster Turbo debuts. Now that model should take care of all of our power wants, and we're looking forward to getting behind the wheel of that. In the meantime, if you're in no big hurry, for 17 to 22, the Veloster offers unbelievable style, technology, quite a lot of comfort in the cabin here, and it really stands alone in a field that is pretty much dominated by boring coupes or sedans, whatever your pick is. So you want to check this one out. Hyundai's pushing boundaries, and we like where the Veloster's headed.